All right, what is going on? Welcome back for the pre-market pump. Friday. It's Big Green Friday to end the week. I'm still in a drawdown here. So after Monday, taking a loss, not even a big loss, but just the market's just been so slow that it's taken forever to get back to my all-time highs. So goal today, like every day, is to get green. Hopefully FVSSE kind of gives a little bit momentum into the market, because we did have a move after hours yesterday from 250 up to 750, about a 200% move. Very nice to see. Completely surprised me, because yesterday, the day before, just so slow. So hopefully we can see something today. We also had another move on MKDW as well, from 2 to 750. 2 to 750. So same kind of 200% type of move, which is good. 223%. So, we're seeing great big moves. We're seeing big moves this morning, overnight. But the question is, will we see more after the open? This was virtually uncapturable unless you had a broker that could trade between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m., which I think is Webull. If you're on Webull, you could have captured this move from 2 up to 750. I know MNQ in the Discord does trade at 4 a.m. So hopefully he was able to get some profit on MKDW. But for Charles Schwab and Thinkorswim users, you can't trade until 7 a.m. So since 7 a.m., we had a little pop on MKDW at around 8, but it's kind of like a backside dead cat bounce type of thing after an extreme sell-off. But FVSEE had a nice little flag breakout here at 7. But rejecting continuation, and now kind of stuck in this range. So let's go through our normal routine. Peter, what's up? Good morning. Northsale, good morning. General CJ, good morning. Fulton, good morning. LB, good morning. Chad, good morning. Happy Friday. Meg 11, good morning. DJ, near Maimon. Take it at 414. Take it at 414. We'll see. Zay, good morning. Mobile, VSEE, main watch. Drew Marsh, good morning. Crystal Ball, love that 7 a.m. opening bell. Yeah, sometimes that 7 a.m. Move is pretty good. Usually, once the market heats up a little bit, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. to try to do a little bit of pre-market trading. But recently, it's been too slow for that for me. Good morning for Paul Lewis. All right. So, leading gapper today, VSEE. We are up 167% currently. For the float on dilution tracker, we are showing 5.59 million shares, which is nice and small, right in our little window that we look for. Do we have news? What is the news? I think we had news yesterday. So it looks like stock more than doubles on plans for robots to assist in ICUS, whatever that is. Surged after telehealth services provider said it would partner with AVA Robotics to develop a robot for the inpatient intensive care market. That's pretty good. I mean, robotics is pretty big. That other company, Serve, is a robotics company. But the catalyst for this one was an investment, 10% stake from NVIDIA, which caused it to make a very amazing move over the course of a week to 2 weeks, from $2 up to $24. Do I think this one's going to go from $2 to $24? Probably not, but does have good news. the robotics news-driven catalyst is definitely mainstream right now. It's definitely in the trend. So by the looks of this news catalyst, we could potentially see some continuation on VSEE. Let's see what other kind of news catalysts. I don't think that was the full breakdown. That'll be interesting. Like an autonomous robot will be assist in a hospital care's intensive unit. That'll definitely eventually, when it gets really good, I'm sure there'll be some job cuts from this, like many industries. But maybe I could see some like nurse assistant, secretary type of job being eliminated from the robots. Okay, so that seems like the catalyst. Nothing else after that. As far as larger time frames, of course, we have the pre-market or after hours level here at 754. So we can map that out. Then looks like we have a level here at 870. Looks like some resistance here. I'm not sure what happened on this day. You can take a look. Go back a little bit. So it looks like we just had a day where just like, it was like very light volume, but you topped out at 881 at 4 in the morning and then just dumped. So maybe some resistance there, but it wasn't all that crazy volume. Then again, resistance from here. Then maybe at 10, 11-ish, 1075. Somewhere around there. And then, of course, all the way at this high here. So I guess overall market sentiment is still, I would say, it's still bearish, but we're still getting these moves in small caps. So, just because the market is down doesn't mean there won't be any opportunity in the small caps for going long. So, sometimes when there's blood in the streets, sometimes when there's blood in the water, that's the best time to trade. So that's VSEE, MKDW. So why is this one moving? This one's the second leading gapper. It's only up 84% after it gave back majority of its move, about 60%. Another one that's moving is XCUR. We can go through that one next. But MKDW, do we have news? I do not see news on MKDW. Not sure why it's moving. MKDW, 10 million float. I don't think this one's going back to 750, guys. There's no news on it. Gave back pretty much 60% of the move. Maybe we'll get a retest, maybe a break of this pivot, but that's probably the most that we're going to get. I don't really expect this thing to go all the way back to 750. And volume is drying up. Okay, so it looks like Crystal Ball is just saying there's a ticker change. Okay, that makes sense. So that's MKDW. XCUR, penny stock. Penny stocks have been moving. Looks like trading higher after company announced they received a continued listing determination from the NASDAQ. It's news, but not anything really company specific. It's just kind of compliance with the NASDAQ. I guess likely because it's trading under $1. So I'm sure it has, I think it has like 90 days or something like that, or 6 months. I forget. I used to remember this. But yeah, stocks can't trade under $1 for a certain period of time. I think it's 6 months, or else they get delisted off the NASDAQ. Maybe somebody knows in the chat. But XCUR does have news. The float, 5 million, so very small float considering it's an 83-cent share stock. So we may see something nice. We could see something nice. Like I said, the catalyst isn't crazy good, but it's a catalyst nevertheless. So it looks like Northsale's saying 180 days. So that's what. So maybe it resets after it, since it broke $1 here. It kind of resets. Maybe here it broke $1, so it resets. Maybe that's how it works. So that was 4 months ago. So I was like, so it's got maybe another month so to break back over $1. So they're gonna have to pump this eventually if it doesn't break over $1. Otherwise, it's going to the OTC market. BJDX up 26%. Low volume. No news. Let's refresh the scanner here. No, it's nothing nice. So that's pretty much it. That is it. Overall market, we can take a look. Still selling off. Just a slow bleed out here. I need to collect my garbage. I feel a little bit of a delay there. Loading up this chart. But yeah, still inching lower. Somebody else in the chat was saying, on the Discord, they were saying the rotation into defensive stocks, into utility companies and defense stocks and stocks that hold its value and is protected against volatility in the market, and moving their money out of tech companies. And they had this pretty interesting chart in the Discord. So maybe that's what's happening. I'm not a big overall macro kind of guy. I don't, follow it too deeply. I do kind of, I watch a couple YouTubers and, I look at articles, but for the most part, I'm very small cap focused. But yeah, overall market taking a bit of a beating, but, still up. We just had a crazy move off this pullback here to 355. But as this coming down, Tesla is also coming down pretty hard with it. Down to 212 now. Maybe we'll double bottom here. But maybe a good entry will be off of this area here. Maybe not 208, which would be the actual top tick of this kind of inflection point. Maybe it'll, start to probe a little bit deeper and maybe base out around 200, and then we might see that pop back to the upside. Or if the market really starts to capitulate, this thing's gone, man. This thing could be gone too. Because Nvidia also, pulling back pretty hard, pretty aggressively. 30%. So 30% pullback so far. So yeah, it looks like Nepal's saying I will buy Tesla. I'll buy Tesla at 132. Honestly, if the overall market really does go into like a recession, like an actual like historic recession that is due eventually, but if this is that time, I don't see Tesla, not, going back down to like 100, 75, 100. if this is the recession, like if this is the start of something, which obviously, who knows? Honestly, nobody really knows what's going to happen. So most of the time, every single pullback in the market is followed by another rally higher. So, but yeah, Nvidia pulling back to 100. Maybe we'll get a little bit of panic under 100 and base out at this high here at 97 and maybe see a pop. I was looking at that. But again, if the market, just keeps on pulling back, this thing's coming down to like, I don't know, 75, 80, maybe even lower. Who knows? Also, projected interest rates being cut. Some people, we do see that every time the inverted yield curve corrects itself, it is sometimes followed by, well, most of the time followed by a recession too. So we also want to keep that in mind. Maybe that could be the cause. So, going to be watching here for the open VSEE. VSEE. I like it because we're consolidating around VWAP. We're not too far off of highs. We have some decent volume. You can tell there's some attention on it. Now you have a catalyst. It is a low float. So I think it's possible we can get that move. If we look at the 200 EMA on the daily chart, it is at 751. However, it's at 751. However, the data plots, the data points, we only have about 20 to 25 candles. So this is, I guess it was a recent IPO. So a recent IPO maybe last month, 625. But there's only 20 data points. So this 200 EMA, which tracks 200 data points, it only has 20 or 25. So this won't have as much weight as a 200 moving average. It only has enough weight for a 25 moving average on the daily. So yeah, we are finding some resistance here at that 200, but I think we can break through it. Okay, so I'm looking back on the news. It's actually not an IPO. It was previously Digital Health Acquisition. So it was an acquisition, and the company was renamed VSEE Health. So VSEE. The robots. I do like the catalyst because of the robots. The robots is key. If it doesn't have robots, it's not gonna move. That's gonna hit the algos. It's the trend. The trend. The stock market has trends. As you guys are tuning in to your own trading, make sure you drop that like on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. No, I did not trade a VSEE after hours. I was logged off, and by the time I saw it after hours, maybe I logged in to take a look. It already made its move at to 750. Yeah, the opening surge has not worked in quite a while. So maybe we see a dip and then a rip. Like a red to green type of move. You could clear out these lows. See a panic. And then see the surge. MKDW popping up here right before the open. Nothing really obvious yet. Of course, we have VSEE, but nothing like massive volume yet. Right into the open. Today's gonna be another similar. I think today's even another similar day that we've been having. Hopefully not, but they haven't had any significant really moves since 7, like even through after 7 a.m. We had moves like 4 a.m. after hours, but nothing like recently. I think the best move was literally this. This is it. 1 minute, 7 a.m. One nice 15% candle, which is that's a beautiful candle, but that's it. It's just chopped around. All right, so good luck. Stay calm, cool, and collected. Today does not seem like the day to dig yourself a big-ass hole, so maybe we should keep it tight today until the market starts to turn around. So good luck. Just gonna look to get green like every day, but you know the worst possible scenario today is going to be small red. That is the worst possible scenario. I will not let myself get to max loss today. So, you know, worst possible scenario, small red. Best possible scenario, big green. So, good luck. Stay calm, cool, and collected, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.